Hello, everyone.
Oh,
Welcome to the Stream Void Podcast, episode 166.
oh wowsies.
Yes, that's right. I am Mikey T, and of course, across from me is Curb Stomped. You
Bonjour.
can find us everywhere under our respected monikers.
Hi.
And you are listening to the Stream Void Podcast. This is a show about life and video games and everything in between.
Yeah,
It's April 7th, 2024,
it is.
which is
All day.
the year is moving by so fast. It's
Yeah.
unreal.
All the years are moving by.
All the years,
Yeah.
so fast.
Yeah, it is.
How was your week?
It was busy as fuck.
Yeah?
Yeah.
An actual busy week this week, eh?
I mean, every week is busy.
Yeah.
I work nonstop every day. But it was like busy.
Oh.
I
You're
might have-
entitled to two 15-minute breaks, you know?
I take them.
Good.
Actually, no, I don't. That's a
Oh.
lie.
You just take a half an hour lunch.
No, I take a 15 and then a half an hour lunch, and then I leave 15 minutes early.
Ah. That's a classic move.
Yeah. Well, I used to do it where at first it was like I take a 15, lunch 15. And then I was like, by the time my last break is over, I'm only working for like 45 more minutes or something
Yeah.
like that. So I was like, that's stupid. So then I was like, I'll just take a 45-minute lunch.
Yeah.
And it also was like, well, now I'm only working for like not enough time, really. Or not, it wasn't like not enough time, but it just kind of was like, I'm sitting there too long. Like,
Yeah.
I can't sit here for 45 minutes.
No.
So then
it's
I was
too
like,
long.
I'll just leave 50 minutes early, and that worked out the best. So
You get thrown out of your work groove when that happens.
yeah, for sure. And there's only so much TikTok you can look at,
Yeah.
you know? So anyways, no, we had a truck crash we got at work. So all this grocery baloney, sort it out, get it going, price it, and all that stuff in the refrigerated area. So it's cold as fuck, even though now it's starting to actually be warm out. It's
Mhm,
cold as
mhm.
fuck. But also, I only did that part of the time. The rest of the time was I was doing the regular warehouse pick stuff. But because of this thing that was going on, the picks that weren't done when I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So then I come back on Thursday and I have to do 2 days worth of picks, which is impossible to do. It's not possible.
Yeah, that's 2 days for one man.
Yeah. And then I also had another thing I had to do, putting this other shit away because it was all in the way of where I work, right? So
Yep.
I'd put all this shit away. So I couldn't do it. So Friday, I had like 3 days of some stores picks to do. So I was like, how the fuck am I going to do it? Not that it would have been that big of a deal if I didn't get it finished,
Mhm.
but it was like, okay, if I really like, you know, not necessarily waste time, but if I just sort of like walk maybe a step and a half faster than I normally would, you know, I can get it all done. So that's what I was doing, basically.
You picked up the pace.
Yeah, I did.
Just
I
ever
gave
so
him an
slightly.
extra like 10%
Yeah,
effort.
good.
You know? Nothing major.
110% effort. That's good.
So no, 60%.
Oh, 60%. Oh, okay.
Normally it's 50. So anyways, I got it all done. Like literally, like I leave at 4:15 and it's like 4 o'clock. I'm like, okay, I got it done.
Nice.
So it was pretty crazy anyways.
Yes.
Yeah. So busy week, very tiring. And yeah, that was pretty much my work week.
There
Really.
you
There was nothing too stupid going on with anyone this week. I wasn't showing any more bum fights at work. And,
go.
I didn't have to deal with the idiot that's canceling our accounts or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
So, the one thing that did happen though, fuck. So a while ago, the owner had told me, he's like, hey, I told them, you know, if a rep calls, they can call you. And I was like, okay. And he's like, I told them to give you your cell phone number. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Cause like they pay for most of it.
Yeah.
My work pays for it, right? But you know, it's not like I'm gonna get a call after work hours or right, whatever.
It's good.
But he never gave it out. He told them in the office to do it. And they called me and they're like, we're not gonna give your number out. We'll just get them to phone the warehouse or whatever. I'm like,
Nice.
perfect, sounds good.
Yeah.
So we're getting a new rep, whatever, blah blah. He used to rep another clothing company, but now he's repping another clothing company, and we're gonna buy from him, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted me to talk to him, so he told me like, "Hey, I want you to talk to him, right?" I'm like, "Okay, I know who that is. I have his information.
Yeah.
No problem." So for whatever reason, he decided to text him and me together in a text, which I hate. I hate that fucking shit. In a group text, and he's like, "Hey, this is." I want you to call him and deal with them or whatever. And I'm like, yep, no problem, right? So now this rep has my number. So I'm getting texts from him like on whatever, like Tuesday or whatever, like, hey, I called him on Wednesday. He didn't answer. I left a voicemail at his work. So he texted me on Thursday asking all these questions about it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, they're in the email I sent. I didn't reply.
Yeah.
I'm like, I already sent him the information, whatever. So then Friday, I just get a text from this guy and it's just a YouTube link. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I click on it and it's some country song that he sent me. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I just like close it out. And then like 5 minutes later, I get another text from like, hey, I don't know if you like country music, but this young man is really talented. And I was like, oh my God.
What the hell?
Yeah, so I didn't reply to that either. So hopefully we'll get the hint, but oh my God. I just was like, oh, I tried so hard to not have this ever happen.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't even know the guy.
Well,
Essentially.
I know him. I've
You know
talked
him?
to him and dealt with him before, but
Yeah.
I know him as like a guy I buy clothes from.
Yeah, you haven't seen him face to face in
No,
the
I've
same
seen
room.
him. I've seen him face to face too,
Oh,
but he's not like
okay.
a guy I'm pals with that I'd
Yeah,
be like, hey man, check this out. This song, you'll really like it.
but he wants to be pals.
Well, no, he wants to like. Anyways, he's a fucking sales rep, so he wants to, you know,
Be
try to
chummy and get
chum
more
you
sales.
and be like, hey, you gonna do an order anytime soon? Anyways,
Yes.
because this is like literally the only cell phone number I've ever had.
Yeah.
I've had this cell phone for like, oh my God, almost 20 years, probably this cell phone number. And I've never have problems with like spam texts or calls or any of that shit really. Like occasionally I'll get one,
Yep.
but you know how you'll get like a call, people will be memeing like, oh, we're calling about your car insurance or whatever. You get those calls all the time. I never get that shit.
Wow, it's amazing.
I know. And now this fucker's probably spreading my phone number all around town.
Everyone's
Anyways,
got it now.
Yeah. The phone number's 25. No, sorry.
That's like me with my work email.
Yeah.
Suddenly I get everyone
Oh yeah.
and their dog being like, hey man, you want to try out this new project management software? I'm like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. That happened to me before we got this other guy that's doing all the China stuff. I was like going to Alibaba.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one? Anyways, there's two Alibaba.
Timu, Alibaba.
It's
yeah.
Alibaba because you can buy
You can
like
wholesale from
you can
there.
buy like
Yeah,
50,000 whatever. So I'd find an item and I'd be like, oh, this is interesting. Let me email them and get some information. And now I get emails from all these Chinese companies on my work email like, hey, are you interested in carrying our solar powered panels and shit like that? It's like these fuckers on Alibaba sold my email to everybody else.
Oh yeah.
Or he didn't even sell it. They just gave it out. Like, here you go. Enjoy.
Yep.
So anyways, it's my
Enjoy
work
this
done.
Rube's email.
It's my work one, so I don't give a fuck. I also get a lot of emails from the Vernon Business Association asking me if I want to join their mailing list.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you're emailing me anyway, so either add me or fucking delete me. Don't add me and ask me if I want to be added. 'Cause I cannot hit delete fast enough.
Yes.
So anyways, that was work.
Wow.
Yeah, what about you?
Had Monday off, of course,
Uh-huh.
and then spent the rest of the week in Port Coquitlam.
Port Coquitlam.
Yeah, the project that I normally manage is, of course, back. And so I had to go preview or pre-field
Yep.
some sites to see how we're going to build them.
Yep.
And then get all that stuff
Did you
in.
figure it out?
Yeah, we kind of figured it out. Went to 2 sites. It's like an hour to get from the office to the site.
Oh, really?
From like Port Coquitlam to downtown.
Sounds like the
an hour
Lower
to get there.
Mainland to
Yeah,
me.
yeah, definitely Lower Mainland. I was like, oh my God. And the guy,
That would be your daily commute to work, dude.
yeah, ridiculous. I'm not into it. Not even close.
Yeah.
So I hopped in with one of the guys who's going to be handling everything
Yeah.
down there. And he was just like, looks at the map, find out where it is. He's like, I know where that is. And then he just drives there. I'm like, how the hell? Just all
How
these
old
back
is he?
streets and all that kind of stuff.
How old is
probably
he?
about as old as we are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's like my dad in Calgary.
Yeah.
Because he'll be like, oh, we have to go to this place. I'll be like, oh, yeah, I know where that is. No Google map, nothing.
Yeah.
Drive
just
right there.
goes.
Be like, this is like a residential street, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It was like for the 2 sites we went to the one day, same thing. Just looked at a map and was like, let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the next day we went to do another one, and I was going to come home that day, and I did. So we went to the one site, same thing. He's just like, oh, I know where that is, all the way there.
Yeah.
And then we get there, and we're waiting for Buddy to show up
Yeah.
to let us in the building. And it's like 5 after. I'm like, give him a call. Like, hey man, we're here. And he's
Mhm.
like, oh dear.
Oh, dear.
He's like, I'm in Richmond dealing with a water leak.
Oh
I'm
dear.
like, oh great. He's like, can we reschedule? I'm like, yeah, okay, we can reschedule.
I guess we have to. Like, is there any other choice here?
Yeah.
Is there a key hidden in a rock out here or something?
And I was gonna train one of the guys who'd never done the pre-fielding before
Yeah.
to do it.
But you've never done it.
I've never done it.
So you're gonna train
but I
somebody.
know what I'm looking for. So, so yeah, I had to reschedule that 2 sites for Friday. So
Yeah.
they went and did the sites on Friday. I went to Salmon Arm and did 3 sites on Friday.
Oh yeah.
Not Salmon Arm, Vernon.
Vernon. Yes.
Yeah. Tell you what, I hate driving
Oh,
driving them distances.
Yeah.
Drive to Poco and drive back. Yeah, no, I'm not into it.
Yeah.
The hotel, the Poco Inn and Suites, that's where I was staying at. One of the guys who works for us, his wife manages it.
Oh yeah.
So we get a pretty good deal there. And it's like a 5-star hotel,
Nice.
motel combo. There's like theme rooms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, terrible, uncomfortable beds.
Oh yeah. Of course.
But I got a king size, so I
So
guess
you'd
that
like
counts for
starfish it?
something. Yeah. But still, yeah, terrible sleep the entire time.
Yeah.
And then yeah, back here
Mhm.
doing things. Very lots of overtime coming up soon.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, because we got to hire people now
Oh, yeah.
to do the work.
Right.
So it's going to be a lot of hiring. Not a lot. I think we're only going to hire 2.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that was essentially work. Lots of running around, lots of working at sites, lots of talking to people, lots of learning how everything works.
Nice.
Yes,
Cool.
I thought so. The Game Hub has heard back from
Mhm.
the Business Development Bank of Canada.
Oh baby.
And they were like, cheers, we haven't had time to look at it.
Oh cool. Thanks guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot. You guys are awesome. And so the guy we were talking to, he's like, I'm going to give this to my partner and she's going to take a look at it.
Okay.
So we're going to follow up early next week
Oh baby.
and be like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah. No kidding.
We
Eh.
would like to know what is
Mhm.
going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah.
Been an endeavor.
It has been an endeavor.
Yeah.
There was I don't know if I talked about it, going to the mall. There was
Yeah.
a site in the mall. Yeah, I already talked about
Yeah.
that. So now we're probably going to be downtown. There's a couple of locations downtown that we could get that are still open,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully will still be open by the time we get our loan.
So do you heard about the mall or you still haven't heard about it?
Oh, yeah. I went in there.
You said you were trying to talk to them.
Yeah. I got in there
Okay.
Monday,
Mhm.
and I talked to the maintenance man, and he said, oh, yeah, Interior Health has already rented these.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they got out. The furniture place got out there in a hurry, and Interior Health is in there smashing everything up, getting everything going.
Yeah.
So hopefully there'll be a walk-in or something.
Yeah.
Something easy to get into.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they have the one inside already.
That's a lab
Oh,
and
yeah.
a senior's place.
Oh,
So
I
it's
just
only
assumed
for.
it was something else because that's where I got my COVID shots.
Oh yeah, it's a lab and there's a senior's
Mm,
clinic.
Okay.
So it's not
Damn
for
dirty
me.
Seniors.
Not for me for another 10 years or so.
Is that senior age? 56?
56, 60? What is?
I think
what
they
is-
got to
what is
change it
senior?
and bump it up now, right?
I don't know.
Like a 56-year-old is a little different than
Yeah, definitely is.
a 56-year-old 20 years ago.
Yep.
Anyways,
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before I can get in there.
indeed.
And that was essentially the week. It zipped by super quickly
Nice.
from so much driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, and terrible sleeping in hotels.
Yeah. Always fun.
We did go to. I linked up with some other splicers down there. We went to the Singapore Hawker in Poco.
The what?
Singapore Hawker.
What is that?
It's a Singaporean restaurant
Oh,
with
yeah.
food,
Okay.
and they had some. Deep fried squid with a nice
Mm.
peanut satay sauce or
Sounds
something
like
like
calamari.
that. It literally is. And, yeah, man, it was delicious.
Yeah.
Some good food. I was very stuffed after that.
Nice.
Yes,
That's all good.
it was good.
I had some fucking single slice pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah, from like Pizza 44,
Pizza 64?
Pizza something. Some
Pizza
number.
92.
Yeah, some number. 525, 2 slices and a pop. So
No.
you can guess how good it is.
palatable.
It'll make a turd.
Yeah. There's so many pizza joints in town where it's like Pizza 76,
Yeah,
Pizza
yeah.
92, Pizza.
Just pizza with a number after
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
That's probably like the way those Amazon companies work.
Yeah.
Where it's like we can't get a name. We
Yeah.
can't get the name we want.
Hit the random button on the
So hit the
alphabet.
random button. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, it was wild.
Not
So
very
many places.
creative.
I know.
There's pizza restaurant. Let's call it Pizza 12.
The one in there's one in Quesnel,
Mhm.
right on the edge of the road, or edge of the highway.
Yeah.
It's one of those pizza number things, but it's so good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, this is not that. It's passable.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to review a store like that because it's like, oh, the Pizza 76 here, is it the same as the Pizza 76 there or what?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Well, probably yes, actually, but just by coincidence.
Probably.
They have similar quality. Anyways.
Yeah. Thursday, I get a call from, God, I can't remember what his Twitch name is now.
Okay.
My buddy Chris. And
Okay.
he's like, let's play Terraria all weekend.
Oh, wow.
We're going to play Calamity mod on the hardest mode ever.
Oh,
Let's do it.
God.
And I was like, hell yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
So Friday night, we started up.
Yeah.
And it's, there's a lot of stuff in that Calamity mod, dude.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff. The slime boss, like the first boss you should try and fight.
Like the one when it rains?
Yeah, when it rains
Yeah.
slime, has such a big hit point pool now in Calamity mod that he's like half the screen. Because he's as big as how many hit points he's got. But because he's got so many hit points, he's like half the screen.
Just crowd you.
And we were like, oh my god, we are not prepared. We are not prepared for this.
Yeah.
And somehow, we didn't kill him.
Yeah.
Somehow we didn't live. But we did kill the Eye of Cthulhu
Oh my
after our like
gosh.
5th night of it spawning.
Oh, yeah.
We managed to get ourselves up some nice armors and some weapons and managed to kill him.
Hmm.
I mean, it's pretty cool so far.
Mhm.
I was like, I stayed up until I was falling asleep at the keyboard playing,
Oh, yeah.
and I haven't done that for a video game in quite a while,
hmm
which was fun. And I've been playing Satisfactory all week,
Nice.
mostly
Mhm.
all week, I guess, except for when I was in Poco.
Mhm.
Playing update 8.
Mhm.
I was trying to wait until 1.0 came out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do it. I gotta play now.
do it.
I gotta play now.
Mhm. Well, when update 1 comes out, you're going to start a new factory.
Yeah.
Is that what you were doing now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I started a full new factory. I
Mhm.
was like, I'm gonna spawn in this location, or I'm gonna pick this area to spawn in.
Which one?
The third hardest.
Like the desert? No,
Not the desert. The desert's the most
pink
hard.
one?
The one that's rolled back a little bit. Pink one's number 2.
Oh, okay. So that's like in the
That's like the mountainous forest
yeah.
area.
But there's like a really good area there where there's like 2 like high class iron nodes right on a cliff face.
Yeah,
with
there's
also-
actually 4 there.
Yeah, right in that spot is so
Yeah,
good.
and that's where I spawned.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
spot's so good.
I
And there's
spawned-
Caterium nearby.
yeah, I know. Everything is just near
Sulfur.
there.
It's just you gotta ship it up a fucking hill.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's right. I spawned close to there.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had spawned close to there. I was like, oh, where am I? I'm in this area.
Yeah.
So I started looking for nodes and stuff like that. And I go over to this area and I'm like, oh, this is where I built my factory the last time.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever, I'll just do it here, but I'll build the other way instead.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's super good. You get so much iron so quickly in there.
Yeah, dude.
But I grinded my way up to coal power
Oh yeah.
just with like a basic factory. I'm like, okay, let's get coal power and then we can really expand.
Yeah.
And so I started the coal up and I took the entire factory down and I started moving it into buildings,
Oh yeah.
trying to make the big gigafactory like I had
I try
before.
to stop doing that when I play now.
Yeah.
Well, once I get to coal power and it's like time to expand, it's like find a new area. Let that run. You can use that. Start a new area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not a lot of,
'Cause otherwise, then you're just tearing it down again. Oh, now I've got like whatever, a level 3 miner. Oh, I need more refiners now. I'll tear it down, start again.
there's enough space there that you can do it. I think.
Dude, the map is fucking huge. You could do anything, anywhere you want to go.
You're not wrong. I think
And
I'm
there's
gonna,
a lot of nodes in other places too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try out making an automated trucking thing. I never have done the automated trucking.
I do some trucks, but generally it's just from one place to another.
Yeah.
Not really. Well, I guess, no, I did end up using some splitters and stuff like that, or in smart splitters, so I could sort the items as they came through.
Yeah.
But I never have like a truck go here, drop off, pick up, take it here, pick up, drop off, you know?
Yeah.
It's usually just go here, pick everything up, take it here, drop it off, drive back.
I think I've got some short distance hauling I want to do. So I thought I'd explore the truck route.
Yeah.
And then any long distance, I'll do trains.
I've never done a train.
Never done a train?
Never done a train.
Man, I love trains.
Yeah. It's hard to get to those higher levels now. It
Yeah?
takes way more to get
Oh, I bet.
like I've never got to like gas power again.
No?
No. Because once you get to that level, like oil refining, first it's plastic and rubber.
Yep.
Then you have to go through like 5 tiers before you get to gas. It's just so much harder now to get to gas.
Yeah.
Or fuel or whatever they call it.
I'm in for it. My plan is to make little building nodes like I had last time, but this time concentrate only on a single item.
Yeah.
So I know how much of that item is coming out of that building to feed other buildings
Yeah.
that are going to make things.
I'm trying to figure out a way to do it where I can have like the mega factory going, where things get funneled into the area and then, you know, you have your assemblers and stuff
Mm-hmm.
in that area, but I don't know how to like set it up so it is not just fucking a mess of spaghetti.
I keep looking at it and I'm like, how do I make this not spaghettific?
Yeah.
How do I make it kind of like cohesive and uniform,
Yeah.
symmetrical even?
That's the other thing too. I'm always like, well, if I put it like I can put them right side beside each other, like you can fit like a smelter, no space in between them, and I'll be like, okay, I got 6 in a row and there's no room to work. I'm like, dude, why the fuck do I have to put them right side beside each other? I could have them like a fucking billion miles apart.
Yeah, you could.
Like, why do I do this?
Infinite space.
Anyways. And also, whenever I'm playing and be building like a lifter or whatever, I'll think back to when I watched you play and there were no lifters, and you'd be like, okay, I gotta do a little loop, go up, do a little loop, go up, do a little loop.
Oh
go
yeah,
up.
I do the
Little elevator thing you were making.
the spiral elevator,
Yeah.
spiraled set of things,
Conveyor belts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they put the conveyors in
Yeah.
the elevators. I was
lift.
like, oh,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
don't need to do this anymore. That was like, it looked super cool, but
Yeah, but it was like a lot of fucking
a
effort.
lot of effort. I mean, everything in that game. If you want to make a nice factory that looks good, it takes a lot of
Oh
effort.
yeah, big time.
I just unlocked signs so I could be like, all right, this node is outputting 2 by
Oh.
120 per minute
Yeah,
screws.
yeah. Nice, nice.
So that I can kind of like go from there.
Yeah.
Because right now that, and it's only my first building and my first set of stuff to make screws.
Yeah.
So I know everything's perfectly timed so that it's 100% efficient everywhere.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We'll see how long that lasts.
And then all of a sudden you'll pick up a hard drive and it'll be like, well, I got alternate screws now.
Yep.
Tear that down.
Tear it down.
I don't need the rods anymore. I can go straight from ingots.
Stupid rods.
Yeah.
Smashing down to rods and then to screws.
Yep.
What a waste.
Exactly. Anyways, I'm waiting till 1.0 now just because of the biomass burners that can be fed with conveyor belts.
Yeah. I didn't actually spend that much time with biomass.
I don't know. Depends on how much I level up my because I don't like to hand smash, which you do like to hand smash. it
I hand
seems.
smash occasionally.
So it'll be like, oh, I need to make like the plates or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I have to build that factory up, not hand smash.
Yeah.
So
Well, you got to hand smash your first couple plates together to get the automators going.
no, you take apart an old thing you've already built and reuse those parts.
But in order to get those plates the first time,
no, you start with plates.
the reinforced ones.
Yeah, you
You
have some.
start with them?
Yeah, because you have to use them to make something.
That's your first automator. You need them.
Oh, well, the automator doesn't take plates to make.
Yeah, it does.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I was smashing together.
Well, you don't need,
reinforced
you don't
plates
need to make
'em.
reinforced plates to do
weird.
stuff. So there's something, either one of us is wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. Because I had to hand smash together a couple of reinforced
I'm pretty
plates.
sure you need
do it.
you start with them. A few anyways, because I think you need them to make, yeah, you start with some.
Weird.
Anyways, you can find them too if you need to.
Yeah.
Especially in the area you're at. They're right down by the crashed ship. I'm almost positive there's reinforced plates.
Yeah, there
down
are reinforced plates back down
Yeah.
there. I did pick up a couple after I had explored down there after I'd fallen off the cliff multiple times because I'm building out over it. There's a big baddie down there because they've changed how the baddies work. There's a big baddie down there, and I'm like, oh my god! And I'm just like, I unlocked the zip line, power zip line. So I'm like rapidly trying to put poles and lines up to where my top area, and I'm like trying to zip up there. I'm like, I can't reach the line. These fireballs are coming at me.
They did change the way the zip line works for roof mounted, like what are they called? The little ones you put on the roof for your power lines? Like the little knobs you can unlock in the shop or whatever. Now your zip line will just go right through those.
Oh.
So you don't have to like keep falling off and re-grabbing, you know? And also, have you seen the towers? Like for the power lines.
The power towers?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Oh.
I haven't gotten there.
Those are pretty cool too.
Yeah?
Well, they're fucking gigantic, dude. They're like
gigantic power towers.
Yeah, they're crazy. They're basically as tall as like a watchtower or whatever the fuck those things are. And you can zip line along them.
Oh, I'm into that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm into that. We'll talk about zip lines a little bit more in Game Club.
Factory zip lines, also Death Stranding.
Yes. Yeah, because all this Death Stranding talk of, not talk, but playing Death Stranding and building roads, I was like, oh man, I want to play Satisfactory.
I can build roads in Satisfactory.
Yes, I can build conveyor belts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my my gaming stuff.
Okay. For me, I was gaming a little bit of The Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh?
Yeah. Just because.
Oh, yeah.
For why not? So I don't know why I did, but I just fired it up for some reason. Oh, I know what it was. Last month they have like a daily login reward you can get. And it doesn't change every day. Basically, they have 30 things you can get in a month. And if you don't log in 10 days, you can only get the first 20 items or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And last month they had DLC was part of the thing. So if you log in, you just unlock the DLC to keep forever. So I started logging in to get that.
Nice.
And then I was like, well, I'll run around a little bit and play it a bit and mess around. And then the new DLC was on sale for like $13, like the latest big expansion.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll buy that, whatever. And then I was like, I'll make the new class that it comes with, this Arcanist class, you know? I was like, I may as well record it while I do it too, you know?
Yeah.
So I've been messing around on YouTube with Elder Scrolls videos, just recording a quest or whatever, playing it, commenting it, and then sort of uploading it to YouTube with a thumbnail. Just because the main thing I was thinking about was, I know for me, and I think for you too, we kind of have this like, I don't want to say perfectionist attitude, but it's,
you can say perfectionist attitude,
but it's
you can go ahead and say it.
When we like look at a video we're going to make, our like goals, our goals are way so high.
Oh yes,
it's like, well, if I'm not going to get it to this standard, why even do it, right?
Yep.
And it's like, we have to have the nice, crazy editing and nice script and all this stuff where I look at all these other YouTube channels and it's like, they don't hold themselves to this crazy high standard.
No.
So I can at least get to a standard that's better than those channels, where it's like, my microphone doesn't sound like a tin can. There's no like crazy peaking. The audio is clear, you can hear it. The video footage also is not grainy and smeary.
Yeah.
Just all these things that I can do easily. So I was like, well, why don't I just record some stuff and just put it out there?
Yeah.
Everyone else does that.
Yep.
Why don't I do that?
Just do it.
So that's kind of what I've been on for the last week, is just
Yep, I've noticed.
It's not like slapping it out there either. That's the other thing too, is like, I try to watch some of these YouTube channels and it'll be just like, they're not even saying anything, they're just playing it. Oh yeah, that was cool. On to the next one. They're not doing anything or saying anything, where I'm trying to like make it interesting or entertaining or something. And I was like, well, if they can do that, I can do that. Yep. So that's what I've been doing this last week, is just trying it out to see.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not like lighting the world on fire, you know?
I mean, you're getting views.
I'm getting a few views. Like the one video is almost at 40 or something like that.
Nice.
But like the other one, it'll be like, yesterday, I've never seen this before. The video went live. I went back to look an hour later. It literally said I was at -1 views on it. I was like, I owe YouTube a view on this video?
What?
How is that possible? Yeah, I've been experimenting with different little thumbnails, just seeing what works or whatever. And the titling, I'm like, is this too obscure of a title for anyone to understand? Like, there's this one quest I did where I have to help this companion do her loyalty mission.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things is you have to collect 3 items. So it's like, get this, get that. And then there's like, collect this cat's paw flower. Like, okay, so I go over and look at the cat's paw flower, and you look at it, and at first glance, it looks like a butterfly, right? But then as I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's a very erotic looking butterfly, you know? And I was like, wow, what's the name of that painter, this female painter that painted these flowers that were like vagina pictures, but they were her flower pictures? It's like, oh yeah, Georgia O'Keeffe. That's her name.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I did this thumbnail with the close-up of the flower on it. And I named the title of the video like something like, oh, did Georgia O'Keeffe paint these flowers or whatever? And put that as my video title and everything like that. So
Nice.
Yeah, just messing about and seeing what's going to happen anyways. But yeah, that was, the reason I came to this thing was I've been listening to at work. I got YouTube Premium, so I could listen to like true crime, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
And like there was this guy that kept getting recommended to me called Atlas the Bookkeeper. And he like takes, I'm not going to talk about DSP, but he'll take a DSP podcast in air quotes, and he'll like play it back. And then he'll like interject in between talking about his like hypocrisy or where he's lying or where he's like saying, do as I say, not as I do, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And as I was listening to him, he was talking about this sort of thing where like DSP puts in no effort, he doesn't do anything. He's boring to watch and blah, 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 but he still uploads these videos all the time. And I was just like, yeah, I like hold myself to two. And I mean, it sounds like I'm trying to toot my own horn or something, but also it's kind of like, what the fuck? Like I do, like when I would go to make a video, I'd be like, oh, it's not good enough. Delete it. Get rid of it. It's trash. And then it'd be like, no, that was probably better than like at least half of what's on YouTube, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of the way I've been this week anyways. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not I'm pretty guilty of doing that as well.
Yeah.
Or I'll start a series of videos.
Yeah.
And then I'll just get bored of editing that particular video. I'm like, this isn't, I can't do, I'm doing it the same way I did the last video.
Yeah.
It's got to be like new and fresh.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like, it doesn't have to be.
No. You can be old and stale.
Well, that's the thing. It's not stale. It's just like, you'll think like, oh yeah, I could do this. And like, what if I set it up this way and do this and that and the other thing? That'd be so cool. And it's just like, well, it's not feasible.
Yeah.
And it's just like, rather than like doing it to like, say 75%, we'll just do it to 0%.
Yeah.
So rather than just doing a fairly good job, we're just like, fuck it, I'll never do it.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's kind of my mentality now. We'll see how long it lasts anyways.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
Well, it goes like that, and then I get and then I go, frig.
Yeah, that's basically the way I was too. It's like, well, if I can't do it perfect, why bother doing it?
Yeah.
It's like, well, not everyone does it perfectly.
No.
And our perfect, maybe the standard is way too high.
Probably.
So
odds are.
Yeah. Anyways, that's what's been going on with me anyways.
There you go.
When I have my like, anyways, I in between my like coming home to go to sleep, I'd try to do something.
Yes.
So yeah. We'll see how long it lasts for anyways.
Forever. Keep doing it. You got it.
I mean, I'm doing it. I'm enjoying it now. But it's Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll see.
Did you watch anything this week?
Did I watch anything this week? I watched an episode of a homicide thing on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Them talking about true crime, whatever. American Dad.
Did you watch any of that series that you wanted to watch about the kid actors?
I can't find it anywhere still. I'm not subscribing to Discovery Plus to watch it.
No.
So I don't understand why it's not on like soap or anything like that. They have everything else on there, so
Yeah,
I don't
right?
know why.
I don't know.
And I'm not watching it on fucking Daily Motion because there was like 1,000 commercials in it. It was
Yes.
ridiculous.
So many commercials.
So hopefully I'll be able to find it somewhere, but no luck.
There you go.
Yeah.
We finished off Invincible season 2.
Oh yeah.
That's good. It's a good
Nice.
show.
Yeah.
I highly recommend
Nice.
if you like cartoons.
I like maybe that kind of cartoon.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I've watched the first episode of the first season.
that one's brutal.
Yeah, when he kills the Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fine. But I mean, it had no impact on me because it's like, well, I know how it goes.
Yeah.
So when he starts killing them all, I'm just like, well, I knew he was going to do this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure if you didn't know Invincible and you're watching, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I definitely didn't know Invincible, and I watched it, and I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I knew he was a doucher, so.
Yes.
Well, I was familiar with the comic book, so.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, season 2, pretty good.
Mhm.
Highly recommend watching that as well. We didn't continue on with X-Men 97 yet,
Oh, yeah, right.
which has been pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
The last episode we watched was really crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the last one you watched last time. We
Yeah.
podcasted,
So we haven't watched this week's episode,
Mm.
and I guess that's okay. Yep, classic intro. It's great.
Yeah, man.
Yes. You know what else is great?
No.
Patreon.com/StreamVoidPod.
Right.
That's right.
I've heard
That's
of
the
it.
only way you can get in there and support this podcast with your hard-earned money. You can throw as little as $1 a month at the screen, and you will get access to the pre-show content, the post-show content. You will
Right.
get access to this podcast early, plus all of our Patreon exclusive videos. And a big
Yeah.
thanks goes out to our Patreons for helping keep this podcast alive.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Yes, super appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully,
Mhm.
the guy will come
Okay.
and take the stuff out of the basement of my house that is his, so that we can continue to do more videos.
Oh, the guy.
The guy,
Oh, that guy.
that guy.
I think you own it now, technically. So
Technically,
just
yeah.
dump it. I think
I probably could.
you don't want
I
to burn
mean,
that bridge.
No, I know the stuff he's going to get rid of and the stuff he's going to want to keep, but he's going to want to do it himself. Because that's just how he is.
Yep.
Yep.
Maybe next time he comes to town, he'll come by.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
He's been to town multiple times and never comes by.
What a wiener.
Right?
What a wiener.
That guy.
Yeah, maybe it is dumperoo time. I don't know.
Yeah.